CRcultureUK. I'm down here with Louis and Yaz. 10 months into the rebranding of Cronk's Live.
10 months.
10 months now. Rebranded, started changing up the format. It's looking really good. Tell me about the journey you've been on so far.
What, from the past 10 months or just in general?
Past 10 months.
I think
It's been hard. It's been hard to try and keep the content going and get people down here to support, but we're doing it. So far, so good.
I think losing the venue, losing the bar back in September last year, and not having a space to do it in anymore, we kind of took it for granted a little bit. I think having what we had there, so taking it as a more mobile product now and going to different venues and filming things that aren't necessarily our production. It's been a bit of a learning curve, tech-wise as well. Do you know what I mean? Taking a mobile version, a very limited mobile version of what we had, and kind of having to learn how to work around the limitations, I think, changed the product a little bit for us. But we're kind of getting back to where we were in terms of visually with the product now. It's only things like green screen and things like that, you know, unless we need to, I don't think we really need to go down that route anymore. But music-wise, with the scene and the culture and all the people, it's all the same people. You know, we're still rolling with the guys who did stuff with us back in V-Bar. Obviously, all of a sudden, all of his lot, you know, which is, well, the list on that one's endless, do you know what I mean? But things like Override, that's coming up soon. Drum and bass night that started at V-Bar, started on the original version of Cronk's Live.
Yeah, that's thanks to Busy though, innit? Because he brought Override down to V-Bar.
Man,
So
but Busy
again,
Fingers.
Busy Fingers again. He helped us out a lot.
Mentioning people like Busy Fingers as well. I mean, Cronk's Live, keeping it alive, keeping the legacy alive of all the work that we did with the people that we worked with. That's a big thing for us. Do you know what I mean? Croydon history, Croydon, like the scene.
The community in general, isn't it? The community in general with the music scene is quite big in Croydon.
Yeah. I think that's been the thing. The community's big, but there aren't a lot of spaces for people anymore. No. There's not a lot of opportunities like there used to be. So with Cronk's Live, we're trying to provide those opportunities again. And like Yaz was saying, it's difficult at the moment. The scene's difficult. A lot's changed about Croydon, and a lot's changed about how you promote these things. And moving, like I said, losing the venue was the biggest step back for us. But having Riff Raffs here with Claire, Cronk's Tap as well. You know, there are new places opening in Croydon. There are new things happening now, and I think now is the time to start doing things again.
Yeah.
And 10 months in.
Putting it out there and just getting it out there and getting all the Croydon back to what it was before.
Yeah, exactly that.
I think from my point of view, I mean, I've seen you guys since leaving the venue. I've seen the drive you've had and the passion to get something started. There's always stumbling blocks, and there've been many stumbling blocks because you're stepping into a completely fresh environment, trying to do things that you took for granted before because of the features and functions that were around you. The journey in the last 10 months has seen a good progression, and now it sort of feels like it's ramped up in the last couple of weeks. It feels like you're starting to feel confident in what you're doing and what you can
with
bring.
Limited funding as well, like limited funding. We're
Zero
doing that saving up out of our own pockets, but we're doing it, and it'd just be nice to just have a little bit more support and just make sure people come out to Croydon and see what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, the last 2 weeks, like you said, the products, we've taken another step now because we've got the basics done, and now we can start working on, like, just trying to get it looking as good as the events that we're actually documenting, because some of the things we're filming here at Riff Raffs and in other venues, it's incredible. You know, some of the DJs we've had come through, some of the performances we've had have been absolutely amazing, but the production maybe hasn't been brilliant because there isn't that kind of community in Croydon at the moment working on venues and, you know, big sound systems and things like they used to, like 10, 15 years ago, or, you know, go back even 20 years when I first started working in Black Sheep Bar. You couldn't go 2 seconds down the road without finding another venue that was doing live music or doing performances.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Every time I went to Croydon, you can always just walk past the venue, live music.
It was
And
big
in a
back
way,
then.
having all those venues, even if they weren't venues you necessarily wanted to go to, you may not have wanted to go to Tiger or Yates, but it meant that there was a large footfall of people. And, and people would find your Black Sheeps and your Bad Apples.
That's what we're missing. And in all the grassroots stuff, like, you know, things like Scream Studios, the loss of Scream Studios was massive for Croydon, I think, because there's nowhere for kids to go and record anymore. There's nowhere for these boys and girls to kind of meet up, you know, and just kind of breed talent and culture amongst themselves.
That's what I kind of want for Cronk's Live, though. Somewhere where kids and the generation now can record their stuff, go somewhere, and not just hang around on the streets being being a nuisance. You know what I
Being
mean?
a road man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Doing
they
NOS
can-
canisters.
They can come to us and ask if they want to record or just put themselves out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be the dream, I think.
Yeah.
Getting Cronks Live to the point where these kids know that they can approach us about filming stuff and
Yeah,
doing things, because what we're filming and doing is already
That they're gonna be safe.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. It's just a safe,
100%.
safe, like connected community that we want. So
Definitely.
Well, Croydon used to have a big community, man. It was
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
But
I think it's really detrimental to the kids. that
We'll
they
bring
don't
it back.
have some time.
That'll
We'll bring it
change.
back.
Cronks Live,
We will
definitely.
bring it back.
It's been a journey. I've been proud
been
to
on
see
it
you
with us
guys
as well,
on it.
man.
I'm proud to see both of you guys do it, because I've seen how, like I said, I've seen the effort, I've seen the dedication you've got for it, and I know that in the next 10 months it's going to grow exponentially, because you're putting all the eggs in place, all the ducks in place, sorry, and then once you've got it all lined up, you'll grow so much quicker, because of you're. People are starting to recognise the things that we're doing. They're
Yeah.
starting to understand that we're trying to really help the local community in that.
yeah, I mean that's the thing as well. In the last couple of weeks, we've had a lot more eyes on the Instagram, a lot more eyes on the YouTube channel, and I
TikTok
think
now as well.
TikTok as well. You know, I think I'm not a big fan of social media, but it's worked so well for us post lockdown, coming out into a new version of the late licensed community. I'm old school. I remember when I worked in a bar with no social media when I first started.
and that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
old school.
that kind of vibe. Don't necessarily work anymore.
Right.
And Yaz has been the biggest kind of key to the social media side of things, and I think in the past couple of weeks especially, we have kind of upped the game and we've changed the target audience a little bit, and I think Cronks Live now is looking towards the future more than it ever was,
Yeah, brilliant.
and that's
yeah.
the thing. But yeah, man,
Big things to come.
yeah, 100%.
Watch this space, and it'll be an exciting to see what the next sort of 10 months brings.
Yeah, sick, man.
Can't
Yeah,
Nice
and
one.
you'll be there with us as well, man.
100%.
CR
Thanks for the
Culture,
interview,
thank
guys.
you.
No, thank
Cheers.
you.
Bless, man.